Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm Cindy Daychuk with Queen Bee Creations. Thanks for tuning in today. I was inspired by this fabric. I mean, look at this for fall, right? I mean, just, what was it? $4.99, so $5 less 30%. I mean, it's a big hunk of fabric, and so it's given birth to today's video, which requires sewing, which always in my mind is so adventuresome of me because I really don't like sewing. I'm not a good sewer, but I will break out the machine for this because I think that this kind of mustardy yellow and black sort of houndstooth print screams fall pumpkins to me. So we're gonna make two different kinds of pumpkins. I haven't made them before, not these ones, so I'm faking this, just so you know. What it does mean is I just roughly hand drew the shape of a pumpkin. If you don't want to hand draw it, I mean, I should have just folded it in half because it's not quite perfect, but you know, it'll be okay because my sewing's not going to be either. So I need this. I need two of these for one pumpkin. And then I did this big kind of ellipse or, eye shape, or what else could this be? I had leaf. It could be a big leaf. So I've got this shape as well. And this is for the other pumpkin. I don't know how many of these I need because I just never Googled anything. I just thought this would be okay. So I'm gonna need a mess of these for one pumpkin. I'm gonna be sewing them together to make a round. And I'm not sure how many I need. In my head, I'm thinking 8. Maybe 8, maybe 7, maybe it's an odd number. I don't know. I'm just gonna cut out a bunch and we'll see how that goes. So I'm just gonna do the cutting and then break out the machine and we'll reconvene at that point in time. But I think they're gonna be adorable. So I so don't wanna mess this up because in my head, they're really darn cute. For our little pumpkins, I have the fabric pieced together right sides out because I'm just gonna sew the seam around the outside. I wanna have kind of those loose, fringy edges. So, you know, no worries with that. Okay, I can't tell which is the good side, which is the bad side. So it just doesn't matter. All right, so the only thing that you want to do is right here at the top, this is where I'm going to want to add a stem, and this is where I'm going to stuff my filler into the pumpkin. So we want to leave a big enough space that I'm not going crazy trying to fill it. So apart from that, we just start sewing. Once we have our pumpkins sewn together, we're just going to kind of open up that hole and we're going to start stuffing our polyfill in. Now, sewing wise, this was one of my biggest nightmares because this was circles and stretchy fabric. So, you know, not my favorite thing. We don't want to overfill these. We still want them to be a little bit flat, but we want to have a bit of a puff to it. The next little sewing step for our little pumpkins is to just kind of sew a curving line going in either side. And again with the curves, okay. Just to kind of mimic the little grooves in a pumpkin. I'm just going to finish my little pumpkins off with, I'm using a piece of a bamboo stem that came out of a different project. And I am going to apply some hot glue to the tip of it. And then stick it down into the hole and use that to seal it up. Now you could use a stick from the garden. You could use anything really that you have that would look that would look good. I'm now just taking a piece of, well, a couple pieces of raffia, and I'm going to tie this around the stem. Okay, these are crazy long pieces. Get that one through. So I'm going to tie them around, going to push it down, and then I have these little dollar store sunflowers. They've got this little foamy thing on the back, so I'm going to cut that away. I'm going to stick some hot glue onto the back, put it in place right in front, and just kind of trim off my raffia. And then I've got a cute little pumpkin in kind of some non-traditional colors and patterns, but you know, these are perfect just to tuck into a little vignette, to you know, you could hang them as a whole, do a whole series of them and hang them as a big kind of swag or something, but they're just good to tuck into a lot of your other decor and decorations. All right, now let's see how this is going to work. Oh, Lord, I don't know why I start these things. Okay, so the first one's dead easy because we've got 2 back to back, and we're just going to sew the entire edge down to about here. We want to leave a little bit of maybe about 1/2 inch on the one end. That's not going to be closed because that's where we're going to be able to stuff our pumpkin. So we're just going to sew. This is a little straighter. Maybe I can do this. For the next one, we are going to open up the first one, and we are going to sew the next one around that edge, keeping note of which one is your open edge, your open end, right? So making sure that you keep that one open still. All right, so far, so good, I think. Although now I think I jinxed myself. All right, when that one's done, we're going to take another one. I'm thinking maybe 6. 6 might be the magic number. I don't know. But we're going to take another one, and we're going to do the same thing. Okay, so this is 4, and we open it up, and you can see it's definitely taking on that pumpkin shape. Now, here's part of the difference. You do get the opportunity, if you want to, you can turn it inside out, right? So if you want a smooth pumpkin on the outside, or you can leave it with the rough edges out. So we're at 4, 6. I'm thinking 6. One more would be a little too. Well, we'll sew one more and we'll see how it goes. But in my head, I'm thinking 6. All right, I sewed my 6th one, and I'm thinking if I sew the seams closed, that this will be my pumpkin. So I don't think that's bad. So let's just try it. So all I'm gonna do is line this one up on my closed end. Okay, so this is it. And again, you can have the rough edges out or the rough edges in, totally your call, right? Depending upon what look you're after. I'm gonna try it with the rough edges out. And I'm just gonna start stuffing it to see how full it is. You could have gone another 2, I think, maybe if you chose to. You could have had a fuller little pumpkin, but we'll see. Now, to finish your pumpkin off, you need something for the stems. So whether you use a cork for this, it would be big enough. I've got just a little twig, little stick from out the back 40 and behind me here. And I'm going to stick it down in here. And I'm just kind of zhuzhing the fabric up a little bit around it. Now, no worries in sticking the fabric down. You can certainly take a little bit of glue to be able to cover over some of the holes. I've still got some greenery that I'm going to use. My glue gun just drips everywhere. All right. So now you can add any kind of leaves or decorations or, you know, twine or little vines or whatever you'd like for your little pumpkin. So I have a little bit of greenery, a little bud, a little flower, and it's just a cute little fabric pumpkin that kind of fits in with others. Just kind of tucks in. Be cute with different contrasting fabrics, I think, as well, that you are just kind of mixing and matching and having them drop in. Little shelf sitter, a little bit of a vignette. Kind of fun. Let me know what you think, guys. I'm envisioning these in denim, actually, so that's my thought. Give me an idea of your thoughts. Thanks for tuning in. I look forward to seeing you on the next one. And until then, take care.